You're listening to both sides of the front porch. Two Southern voices, two different perspectives, one real conversation. Pull up a chair. It's real talk, y'all.
Hey y'all, I'm Tammy.
And I'm Edward. And
And
we're
we are both sides of the front porch.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you. I'm
I
just
can hear
kidding.
you. Oh my gosh. I was like, what have we done wrong?
I can hear you, girl.
Okay.
So I had my tooth pulled on Friday.
How did it go?
It wasn't bad. I had to be there at 7 a.m. So I was like the first patient in the building. And I had so much anxiety. It was super high. I'm walking circles in the waiting area, waiting on them to take me back. And so the nurse takes me back to the room, lays me on the chair, the bed, whatever table thing, whatever you call it. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna put this blood pressure cuff on you and get your blood pressure. And my blood pressure was 153 over 115. She said, I would say you have a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah, because that's definitely at stroke level.
So she was like, but you're still fine to have the procedure done under local. He'll still do it. And I'm like, okay. Well, then she put this blanket over me just to kind of keep me, warm, I guess. But when she put the blanket over me, I almost had a panic attack. So I take the blanket off and throw it at the floor. I'm like, oh my God, get the blanket off of me. I can't have the blanket on top of me. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, I said, it just was making me feel like I was being trapped or whatever. Drama. So then
When the whole point of that is probably, was it weighted?
no,
It wasn't weighted?
no, it was just like a fleece type blanket just to keep me cold. I mean, keep me
Yeah.
warm. Then the dentist came in to start the IV. Well, he looks at my arms, and as you can see, I'm very veiny. So he was like, wow, I don't think I've ever had options as to which vein I want to use. He was like, I can really choose any of these veins. And he was super cute. So I'm sure my blood pressure went even higher at that point. But he puts the IV thing in, right? And then I could feel like a coldness go through my veins. And we were laying there, and I'm like, if you could please just try to pull the tooth without putting that mouth guard in, because that mouth guard just makes me feel like I can't breathe and I'm being suffocated. He was, oh, yeah, I saw that in your chart. I think we'll be fine. Then I started explaining to him about an experience that I had had at another dentist. Well, the next thing you know, I'm waking up and I asked the nurse, I said, is he going to be the same dentist that pulls my tooth? And she said, honey, he's already pulled your tooth,
Just sleep.
period.
Done.
TKO. I was out.
We have Teddy Pendergrass in room 2.
And then next thing you know, she put me in a wheelchair. I remember her putting me in a wheelchair to wheel me out. And then I remember maybe getting in the car. I don't remember driving home. I don't remember coming into the house, but I remember Scott putting me on the sofa, and I laid on the sofa. I had like a blanket or whatever, I was laying on the sofa. And then at some point I woke up and I had that gauze packed in my mouth. Well, I woke up and pulled the gauze out of my mouth and threw it on the coffee table. I don't remember doing that. And I
What the
think I must have
heck?
gotten home by like 8:30 or so, something like that, so it's like an hour and a half. So, I slept from like 8:30 until 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, I get up and get dressed because I have to go to North Georgia, an hour away, to pick up Maverick and Bentley because they had been groomed up there where Chris lives. So I had to go pick them up and bring them back to the house. I don't even remember driving up there,
Is that a confession?
perhaps. But I do remember driving home though, but I don't remember driving up there. But they had to put 2 sutures in because I guess when they pulled it or whatever, it left a like a I don't know, I guess it opened it up or something, I don't know, so they had to
It
put
was a
some.
surgical procedure, so they had to put in the sutures.
He just extracted it, he didn't have to cut it out. He just pulled it, he just extracted it.
Was it big?
It's the wisdom tooth. Yeah.
Oh,
So anyway, I have that behind me for 2026, I ain't worrying about that no more.
no, no.
She done. She over with.
So how do you do your regular cleanings? Please tell me you go every 6 months.
No, I don't go every 6 months. I usually go about once a year because I just brush my teeth. Oh my! I need my Botox in here. I'm overdue. But anyway, no, I just brush my teeth and floss my teeth, and I'll go to have my cleanings done about once a year.
Do you have to sedate for your cleaning or just, like, maybe take a Valium?
Honestly, since my anxiety has gotten so bad over the last 2 years, I've only been one time to have my cleaning, and it was okay. I'm overdue to have a cleaning
Mhm.
done again, and it just stresses me out to even think about it.
Right.
So, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how that's
Shoot,
gonna
I
work.
hop up in that chair, just open my mouth and say, "Let's get her done."
Say that again, girl.
I just hop up in that chair, open my mouth, and I just let him go in there and let's say, "Let's get her done."
You're so dumb. Well,
Silly.
I don't know. I'm overdue for a clean, honey. I can tell you my breath don't stink, so I do brush my teeth. But as far as going to a dentist, it is so much anxiety for me. Even
Yeah.
just like it's hard to explain. I don't know. Just even like the first time I went to the dentist that did the extraction, and they did like the exam of my mouth or whatever. I had to put my head in like this little box thing. I'm like, okay, this is fine. But next thing you know, this thing started like pressing against my forehead, holding my head down. I'm gonna jerk my big ass head out of that thing. I'm like, hell no.
Oh, that's for your, X-rays?
Yes.
Oh,
So that's how bad my anxiety is. But anyway,
yeah.
um, she gone.
At least you didn't pass out.
No, I was out. I didn't have an opportunity to pass out because he
I'm
put
talking
me
about
out.
afterwards
Oh,
when they
afterwards.
woke you up. Just like,
Mm-mm.
there you went.
I'm glad, honey. I'm glad I didn't pass out or pass something else that I wasn't supposed to because she was like, you might want to go to the
Right.
bathroom because people get really relaxed. And I'm like, girl, I'm fine. She's like, no, go to the bathroom. So I went and tinkled a little bit, but that's all I had to do. But she gone. So my
You know,
tooth
woke
is good.
you wake you up, "Oh, I peed myself."
Well, that would be humiliating, especially with that cute dentist.
Oh,
He was kind of young too, but anyway. So I thought something fun for us to do would be able to find like anonymous confessions and have our listeners or people send in anonymous confessions to us, and we could read them to each other. I'll read one to you, you read one to me, and then we just react in the moment as we're reading it because these anonymous confessions can be crazy.
right.
So go to our website, everyone. That's frontporchbs.com, and you can send your anonymous confession to us. We will not use your name. You'll be completely anonymous. We want to hear your deepest, darkest anonymous confession,
Yes.
and we'll read it and react to it on one of our upcoming podcasts. So,
And you've already posted that on social media, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Because I had someone reach out to me today, sent me a message, to my little inbox, and he said, "I read that, and I will not be one of your special guests on the anonymous
So
confessions."
it
I was like,
sounds like
"Yeah, let's
somebody
don't.
sounds like somebody might have some confessions they need to make.
Yeah, let's just don't. We'll just leave that alone."
Well, mine's kind of crazy, so no judgment. It was one of the first few that I started reading that I came across, and these were not sent directly to us. Full disclosure, found this one on Reddit, but I'll start, and then we just kind of go and react to it. So here we go
Okay, I'm excited. And before we get started, disclaimer: I don't know what he's reading. He doesn't know what I'm reading, so you're going to get a true reaction.
from both of us, right?
Yes.
All right. So the title, the title of mine is "My Relationship with My Dad is Close." This is written by a male, the son. My father and I are best friends. He was a young dad, so he has always been more of a buddy than a father. Throughout my childhood, it has been him and I. I don't think that was him and I. I think it should say he and I, right? I don't know. That just doesn't sound grammatically correct. Throughout my childhood, it has been him and I. My mother was never in the picture. I don't even think I would recognize her now if I saw her on the street. Going on, my dad and I are close. We have been close for some time. I'm in my 20s now, and my dad just turned 40. So they're really kind of close in age, I guess, for father son, 20 and 40. That's pretty close, right?
I wouldn't think so. My
Just 20.
daughter and my my youngest daughter and I are 20 years apart. My I have an older daughter that we're even closer in age, of course.
I guess me and my dad, we were 30 years apart. So I don't know. I just feel like 20 years is kind
Yeah.
of close, Um, people who meet us assume we're a gay couple. Um, um, I'm sorry, that caught me off guard for a second. People who meet us assume we are a gay couple, and they're right. Crazy,
Wait,
right?
what? Oh my god, I'm glad I did not have a mouthful of coffee, just bleh.
Here we go. Let's dig deeper. So it began in my teens. We played video games, we wrestled, we worked out together, we got drunk together. I always admired my dad for being the man he is, and he stood by me no matter what I chose. And when I decided to leave school to become a chef, he stood beside me. One night, we had arrived home from dinner together. We were on the couch talking, and it was the lighting, the way we were looking at each other, maybe the conversation we were having, the way he looked at me, just something inside me made me want to kiss him. Not thinking, I went in and just did it. He didn't stop me. In fact, he held the back of my head and kept me there. Yes, that was the first incident. We stopped. And it didn't go further that night, but things were not awkward either between us. In fact, we seemed to be more close. The next time we were having dinner and came home, things felt strangely familiar while we were sitting on the couch talking. So here we go again. This time, he kissed me, and he kept kissing me, and I held him closer to me, and it went further from there. It went far. So I'm assuming they did the deed.
But why?
The next day, when I woke up,
Oh,
it was
this
like
is gross.
the next day when I woke up, it was like we were cemented. We were no longer father and son. We were lovers.
Cemented, that means they did do the deed. He's Superman, that man.
We were lovers. And when I got out of the bed, my heart broke because I was leaving him to go back to my own room. Although I'm sorry, after that night, I haven't slept in my own bed. And since then, we've moved across the country. We haven't assumed new identities, but we walk around the city holding hands. At work, my colleagues know him as my partner. And the fact that we have the same last name, people just assumed we're married. No one asked how we met. I guess, though, if anyone asked, we would most likely lie and make something up. On the outside, we look like a typical daddy son gay couple, but no one assumes we're actually daddy and son. I'm not ashamed. I love him. He's my dad, but I had to make this confession. That is
That is
crazy.
stupid crazy.
I've never heard of anything like that in my life.
No. I mean, I growing up, you see, like, dads at the park throwing the ball with their kids and stuff like that, but never as a growing what? I don't even have words for that.
I mean, I don't want to put stigma on the gay community because I mean, I'm sure that this is probably something that maybe happens, you know, not only as a gay situation, but it just kind of blew my mind. I mean, I guess one way to take it is it's not like either one of them could get pregnant and have like deformed children or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, that's not a gay community thing or a straight community thing. They have mental health issues.
I just don't
That's
understand.
mental health.
I don't understand the dad. Like you know,
That's
I
your
think it right,
child.
right. I mean, if a child's trying to do something like that with their father, why wouldn't the father step up and say, "No, stop, whatever, you know, if you're gay, whatever, but you're my child." And
Yeah.
even if it was a father and a daughter, you know, at the same age difference, you know, closer in age or whatever, and the daughter tried to do something with the dad, it's the dad's responsibility to stand up and say, "No, I'm your father. What are you doing? Stop."
Yeah.
I don't know, but girl, they treating this relationship like a full-fledged
I mean, they move across the country
to
and
change their
are
identity not to change their identity, but just to kinda get away from people that know them.
right, but they have the same last name, so people just assume that they're
Legit a
husbands.
husband
Oh my
situation.
goodness.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes. What he should have done is he should have whipped his little ass right there on the couch and said, "No, sir. If you want a little boy, if you want a man, you need to go out there and find you a man. I'm your daddy."
Girl, he might have liked it if he whooped him. I mean, I don't know, that just tells you how crazy the world is, and I think that I have a jacked up relationship situation.
You just have a plural situation.
Right, but my god, neither one of them are my dad.
Yeah,
I mean
you're right.
I mean, that's just the most
Oh,
bizarre confession, but, you know, at least he got it off his chest and now he maybe doesn't feel as guilty about it or something. Hell, I don't know. I wonder if they're still together. I don't know uh when
is
this
it
was actually written, but oh girl, this was only oh, this was written 14 years ago. So the son is 34 and
34,
the dad is 54.
54? That's my age. Oh, I just told my age. Edit that out.
Which one's your
No, I'm
age?
just
The
kidding.
34 or the
I'm 34.
See, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, I'm
Nobody even knows
34.
which age you're talking about. I don't know, I just thought that was a very bizarre, over the top situation, but I guarantee you it's not the only one. We could find tons more similar to this online. It is just
Oh,
mind-boggling.
that is crazy. Maybe they just made that story. Well, no, I mean, this world has gone crazy. So
It's
that,
just been happening for a long, long time. Long time.
I mean, I've never, I mean, do you really think like it back in 1900 when they were out there working in the fields and the mines and the coal mines and stuff like that? I think I'm gonna go home and make love to my son. What?
Honey, you know what? It's like these people that bestiality animals and stuff. I mean, can you imagine that?
Well, I was 911 for a very long time, and you would hear that in the 911 calls.
Like somebody calling saying that they had done something with an animal? No, that's just jacked up.
It's mental health. People are crazy.
I don't even think like my mind would have never even that's just gross and disgusting to think about.
Yeah,
Now, this situation I just read, this confession I just read, I mean, it's kind of crazy, but it's not like on the same level of bestiality. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I don't know. What would you do if you started talking to a guy and you found out like years down the road that was your long lost brother? What would you do?
I would I don't know. They would have to put me on some serious, medication. I would that you talk about some counseling like I didn't know, but I mean, but if you don't know,
I mean, he's your brother. You've fallen in love with him. Y'all have been in a relationship for a couple years now. He's
mm-mm.
laying it to you, girl. It's good too.
I wouldn't even They could even come back and say, "Look, this is your cousin." 3 times over, like first, second, third cousin. No, I'm like, "Bye."
So you think you would
Even if you
leave?
were in love with them, you would have to leave. You could not be in a relationship with your cousin. I mean,
I don't know. I
they
mean,
talk about kissing cousins down south,
I don't
but
know.
no, I'd
That's
leave.
crazy,
I
right?
couldn't.
That would be hard. That would be difficult.
I mean,
You
what
know,
if
I
you
do know.
found out that Chris was your brother on an accident, like your daddy had an affair or something like that?
I wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't give a fuck. I would not care. At this point, 8.5 years later, hell no, I would not care about him.
Oh, well,
I
that's
wish
my
you would have been my
brother.
brother, like, when we were growing up. Just
Dear
saying. No,
God.
I'm kidding. No, I don't know that I would care
Mm-mm.
at this point. I mean, what's it gonna do to me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would I couldn't do that. I could not mentally I don't think I could do that mentally.
Just
If
don't
I
think
was
about
say
it.
but what if you were adopted and,
No, I know
or one of those
that would be a jacked up
situations?
situation, but to know going into it, knowing this is my dad and going through with this whole situation like these
Right.
people are doing, that's crazy.
Well, I watched a documentary on this doctor, this fertility doctor who would take sperm from all these different men and then and they would and he would implant, he'd do the artificial insemination and then they would implant because he would take the female's eggs and the husband's sperm. Well, he didn't tell them that it's not really the husband's sperm that he's using, it's some other part, it's his own sperm.
Oh, he was using his own.
Yes, but these couples that would come in thinking that they were having her egg, his sperm, but he wasn't using his sperm in real life. He was using his own. So he had all these kids in this town.
I wonder what would happen if, in a clinic like that, let's just say they put like 5 different men's sperm together, mixed it together and implanted it. Like, what would
What is
that
that, like
create?
Russian roulette?
Like, would it just be the best the maybe the best sperm win, or would it be
Yeah,
like
because
if you mixed it all together, would it then become like a like
well,
a like a mixed
are
puppy?
you
You know
talking
what I'm
about like if
You got a whole bunch of stuff just mixed together and you know what I'm saying?
no, because it would only be one sperm that would
But you're mixing
fertilize
it
the
together.
egg.
You're
Jesus Christ,
mixing
I don't know. Lord
yeah,
help us.
you're mixing it together like you're literally taking it in a bowl and, like, mixing it up with a
Yeah,
whisk.
like scrambled eggs.
Yeah, it's just like
I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, so these people are getting together as they become, teenagers. They're dating their sister and they don't even know.
that's crazy. There's so much stuff going on like that that people don't even know about, like, people
Yeah,
that have hooked up and hadn't told anybody and had kids, and then those kids didn't know, and then they had
yeah,
kids. I don't know, it's a hot mess, but I just thought that was an interesting confession.
yeah.
Works for them, though.
So,
Read yours real quick.
okay. So, now we're gonna read mines. Um, this is more along the lines of a disturbing secret from someone close to you. The 24 hours before my dad died, stage 4 cancer, he was in the ER and then the ICU, and we were unable to be with him because of hospital COVID rules. So this is about 2020. My mother, sister, and myself had been texting and calling him all day and got no response. My mother even called the hospital and spoke with one of his ICU nurses who said he was awake and communicating fine. He passed very quickly at 3:30 a.m. the next morning. We were allowed to be at his bedside, but by then he was no longer conscious, so we said our goodbyes and he was gone. Later that morning, while my mom slept, I was calling cremation services to schedule his body for pickup at the hospital and going through his bag of belongings the hospital had returned to us. His phone was in there, and I wanted to read all our texts and take some comfort in my last words to him. I opened his phone, and all of our texts had not been read, not mine, not my mom's, nor my sister's. I thought this was odd, but figured he must have been suffering so much he just couldn't find the strength. I began to scroll through his apps and noticed a chat app I'd vaguely heard of. I can't recall the name, but essentially it works like WhatsApp. I opened the app and saw a single contact with a female's name. I started reading and realized my dad had been cheating with this girl hourly for the last 24 hours as far back as I could scroll. He was calling her princess, telling her he loved her, and she was saying she was scared for him and wanted to know what was going on while he was in the ER, etc. I scrolled back enough to know that this was someone he was having the at the very least, an emotional affair with. My grief was completely hijacked by hurt and anger. And a week later, I tracked down the girl and spoke with her via DMs and found out she was 19 years old. She was 17 when they met. He was her high school bus driver. And she told me they had been dating for almost 2 years. My dad was 66 years old when he died and dating someone younger than his grandchildren, someone he chose to spend his last moments with and to say his last goodbyes to. I hope it made him happy, but it sure is a shitty secret to live the rest of our lives with, a secret that will forever overshadow my entire relationship with my father. She was at home. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I had my mic turned off.
Yeah. So mom was at home. Dad passed away. She goes to get all of his belongings.
And he had been having this affair for 2 years.
Yeah. With someone he met on the school bus. He was her school bus driver.
You know, I don't know. That is kinda creepy being the school bus driver, but at the end of the day, the older
Yeah.
you get, when you get out of that high school age or whatever, then age is just a number. It doesn't matter to me that it's just that
Yeah.
he was that much older, but the fact that he was hiding it and not telling anybody, I have trauma from that already.
Yeah.
It's just that's horrible.
It's terrible. It is terrible. If you have ever been in a situation where you have been cheated on, whew,
But here's the thing, he was not opening their text messages and responding to theirs, but he was reading all of hers.
yes. And the family finds out after he's dead. So number one, you're having to deal with your father's death, which is traumatic in itself. But then you find out not only is your father has passed, but he's having an affair with someone that he used to drive home from school because he was her school bus driver. And he didn't read your text message, but he read hers.
You
So
think they
much
did
betrayal.
anything, like, on the school bus? It's just hard for me
The
to
wheels on the bus go round and round.
it's just hard for me to believe that how do you
Yeah.
how does that go from being your school bus driver to dating to what I mean, it's just he had to be making some kinda
Right. Right.
accusations or is it
I don't
accusation?
I don't mean any disrespect to this family, but I hope that man suffered because he cheated on that lady.
Honey, you know what? At this point, he don't give a fuck.
Oh,
He ain't
he
worried about it,
don't.
he gone.
He
He
don't.
deceased it.
Fine. He went to see the devil, I hope.
Girl, he laying in that casket dead. He don't give a he's done.
Oh, I mean, that is just terrible. I mean, you ha
Happens every day, and
yeah. I'm sure oh, yeah. That's a
that's another
whole 'nother
that's another
podcast.
podcast,
Oh, yeah.
cheating, and how often it
Definitely.
happens, and how people will lie and go to the extents that they go to cover it up,
Yeah.
and then how people will call you
Oh,
and tell you
yeah.
that they cheating with your man, all the things,
Yeah,
it's
I think that
crazy.
would be a great road to travel because I have some stories that happened about during my second marriage. We'll go down that road.
Yeah. You know, this man lived his life. He was at the end of his life. He didn't care.
Yeah, he
He was
didn't. No conscious
and I wonder,
conscience.
it makes you wonder though, like he'd been having an affair with her for 2 years and the wife had no idea. And I guess that's common. People just don't find out sometimes or they go for very long periods of time before they find out.
Oh, that's where the second worst thing in the world comes from, the lies that they tell their families, which is even to me, which is even more damaging. You know, you're going to lie, lie, lie. The wife knew. She had to have known. You feel it in your gut. Ladies and gentlemen out there in podcast world, always trust your gut because it's right.
That's the damn truth.
Oh,
9 times out of 10 or 9.5 times out of 10, it is right. But you know what? She might have known and didn't give a fuck, or she might not have known. You sometimes these people can go for years
You're
doing
right.
this, and they're sly, and they're snakes in the grass, and
Yeah.
they can go for long periods of time, but this man said, "I'm taking this shit to my grave, honey. I'm doing it to my last breath."
Mhm. Mhm. It's and thinking it's gonna be between him, her, and God. Guess what? God just shoved the world 'cause it's still in your phone.
But what was she it makes you wonder, like, what was she getting out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's
Some old man. Maybe she had daddy issues.
I don't
I
know.
don't like older men, so I don't understand that. Like, I like younger men, but I'm not saying I like high school
So
age. I'm like
you a
40.
cougar.
Yes. Got my cougar claws.
I don't know. Anyway,
I am a cougar, though. I do like younger men. I don't like older men. Mhm. I tried. I have tried. I've tried to date older men.
what's
It's
the
just,
youngest you've dated? Like, age difference-wise?
um, well, my 3rd husband was 14 years younger than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you and this dad and gay son, pretty close in age. They like, he's 20 years, you're 14.
Yeah.
That's still blowing my mind, this dad-son thing. I don't know, I
Yeah.
can remember this is just gonna probably make me sound pretty bad, but I remember growing up, like, we had this family that we hung out with. It was my mom's best friend, uh, and her husband was very attractive. Dark hair, I mean, amazing body, went to the gym, looked nothing like my dad.
Mm. It's like, where's this steady coming from?
And I remember that they had a daughter and a son close to our age, like, really close, I mean, almost identical to our ages, me and my sister's ages, and I remember the son saying that he and his dad would take showers together, and I'm thinking to myself, "Good Lord, if I could be you for a sec, just one shower, that's all I want, girl, that's all I want. Just one can I shower?" No, but
I
I'm
know
like
you're gonna take a shower with your dad tonight, but could I come by and wash his hair?
if he's okay showering with you, why wouldn't he be okay showering with me? I mean, it's
Yeah.
just you know,
Might as well.
innocent. I can remember that. I'm like, this daddy is so cute. I remember, God, I guess I must have been 6, 7, 8 years old, something like that. I don't know, 8 years old. And I can remember thinking, God, he showers with his dad. His dad is so cute.
Yeah. But you didn't wanna take a shower with your own
Oh,
father?
hell no.
Right. See?
No.
So what you're
But if
saying?
my dad looked like his dad, I may have.
No, I don't think your mental health, Edward, so I don't think you would be like,
No, listen, I can remember being gay, like, as far back as my memory goes. So, girl, I know if I woulda showered with my dad and he would've been hot like my friend's dad, and I'd have looked up and I'm like, what is that?" Girl,
I can honestly say I've never been attracted to my mom, my dad, or my brother,
me
so
either, period. No, it woulda yeah, I've never been but I don't know, that's just a messed up situation, but
yeah.
I guess they're so close in age and they still hopefully 14 years later, they might still be going at it, you never know.
Oh, I bet they're living their best life, just like, "Hey, wanna go to the Western Sizzlin' tonight?"
There's just so much going through my mind about that whole thing,
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
It is just yeah, it's baffling to me because, I mean, both of those stories are baffling to me.
Mhm.
Like, you're having an affair with some kid that you're taking back and forth to high school on your school bus.
All of that, nothing about that sounds
Nothing
right.
about that is healthy. It's all toxic. It's
And what did
crazy.
it say? He was 68 and she was 19?
66 and 19. When they met, he was 64 and she was 17. But that's,
Dang.
you
That's
know,
like Anna Nicole and whoever that old man was that she was with.
yeah. Yeah, I could never be an Anna Nicole. I don't know. I might try.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't know. Girl, money
you're
talks,
right.
but I don't know.
Bullshit walks. Bye.
I just don't know. You gotta think about the whole totality of the situation.
Yeah.
Not only the age difference, but there's a lot more going on looks-wise
Mhm.
and body-wise and,
Yeah.
certain things stop working at certain times in your life, and I don't know. I just feel like there's too much going on for me to be in a relationship with somebody that huge of an age. Like, it was like, I don't know,
Right.
what, 40-year age difference between Anna Nicole and her?
17, 27, 30. Oh,
No,
that
between Anna
one.
Nicole and her,
Google it right quick.
um, the age difference between Anna Nicole. Oh
What
my
is
god,
it?
63-year age difference.
Yeah, no.
She was
Mm-mm.
all in it just for nothing but the money.
It has to be. And did you ever watch any of her
Oh, yeah, I
documentaries?
watched it all.
I watched one.
I love her. I will never forget, was watching an award show one time, and that she was so high, but she came on the award show and she had this pink diamond necklace, and she walked up to the microphone and she was standing there high as a Georgia pine, honey, and she just trim spot, baby. That was who her necklace, like, she was promoting trim spa.
Right.
It it was like, trim spa, baby, because she was looking real cute in a tight
Right.
little dress, high as a damn Georgia pine, trim spa, baby. I loved her. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't care what anybody's thought, but that documentary was, her life was amazing. Like,
I wanna know how much money she ended up, because didn't I think
no, she
his
didn't get anything.
children. Oh, she loved him then.
She ended up not, after the whole court battle and
Mhm.
everything, she ended up not getting anything, which I don't agree with. I do not agree with that at all. She
That was
was
her husband.
Mhm.
She shoulda got something.
And he wanted her to have it.
Yeah.
So, that's where I think the courts should not be able to make that decision and override a will, and he was of sound mind when he, in my mind, when he did the
Absolutely.
will, he was of sound mind.
But, when somebody passes, that's when the demons come
Honey,
out.
been through it with Scott and his family when his dad passed
I
away.
mean, they think $50 is on the table. $5 of
They gonna
that is
fight for it.
mine. I'm gonna fight you for it. No.
Alright, y'all. Well, this has been another episode of Both Sides of the Front Porch.
Yes, it's been so much fun. I hope it was a little shocking.
Yeah, but go to our website, send us your, confessions directly to us, and
Yes.
we promise we'll keep it confidential. You don't have to put your name on it if you don't want to. You can put John Doe or Jane Doe or Susie Q or whatever you want to put on there,
Yeah.
and we'll read it and we'll give you our opinion and our reaction.
And we hope you like our little setup this week. We brought it from brought it into a new area, and I think it looks so good.
We'll see how it looks, girl. It almost looks
Yeah.
different every time you look at it on camera. But
True,
all right, until
true.
next time, peace. It's real talk, y'all.
Bye. Love you.